What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Sequence. I'm your host, Trevor Plouffe, and today we are talking greatness. We're talking GOAT status. We're talking the best to ever do it. Who are we talking about? Well, we're talking about me, of course, the greatest hitter ever against position players pitching. Now, this is a true statement. What I've done in the box against position players is nothing short of remarkable. We're going to go over a couple different videos, how I got this status, what my mentality is like when I'm in the box against these guys, because guess what? I used to hate hitting against position players, but I found a way to make it happen. We're going to have fun with it. Yes, we're going to break it down, but I will say, again, it's not easy. Sometimes it's even really hard. And speaking of hard, check this ad we got for you before we get to the video. Thank you. All right, this video is brought to you by Roman.com. Look, nobody is perfect. Sometimes you come up with the bases loaded, you strike out, or you roll into a double play. Sometimes the best golfers in the world got an easy birdie putt. It lips out, or they come up short. If your big game is in the bedroom and you're coming up short, that's okay. But if you have a problem with it, there's things that we can do. Go to roman.com/sequence now. With Roman, you get a free online evaluation and ongoing care for ED, all from the comfort and privacy of your own home. It's a U.S. licensed healthcare professional. He'll work with you to find the best treatment plan, and if medication is appropriate, it ships to you free with 2-day shipping. Getting started is simple. Just go to roman.com/sequence and complete an online visit. Take care of your ED without leaving the home. I think that's really cool. Complete an online visit today to connect with a doctor and take care of it. Go to roman.com/sequence right now to get $15 off your first month. That's right, $15 off your first month to take care of what you got going on in the bedroom. There's a straightforward way to take care of your ED, and that is getroman.com/sequence. Get started now to save $15 on your first month of treatment. getroman.com/sequence. Here we are at the video portion of this video. I'm going to set them up for you a little bit, okay? The first time I faced a position player was August 22nd, 2014. The Detroit Tigers are in town. They're an excellent team at this point, one of the best teams in the league, and we're not very good. Going into this at bat, I was 2 for 5 already, had a couple ribbies, and the game was gone. It was off the rails. We were up 19-6 at this point. This is the bottom of the 8th inning, and onto the mound walks my friend Andrew Romine. Now, I grew up with Andrew playing travel ball as kids together, and it's been fun to watch his career. But once he gets on the mound, it's a whole different ball game there. And I will say this about facing a position player. It's really a lose-lose for the hitter. You're supposed to get a hit. And sometimes these guys are throwing under the hitting speed, or, as you're going to see in this video, Romine can pump it a little bit. So there's no winning unless, something like this happens. A little foreshadowing for you. So I definitely didn't really want this at bat, but I wasn't having a great year up until this point, so I wasn't coming out of this game, and we'll see what happens. We'll start the video up now. There he is. That is the Tigers manager, Brad Ausmus, and we're watching the bat before. Oswaldo Arcia goes like light tower power against Romine, so I'm like, okay, let's see what he's got for me. And look at this swing. Pretty damn good swing right there, right? Here I am, first pitch, and I go hacking. That's 88, dude. That's like, for a position player, that's gas. And now I'm pissed. I'm like, what are you supposed to do here? And I wasn't the greatest hitter against position players pitching at this point. I didn't know that was going to be my title. So comes back with 90 away. Now I'm like, what do I do with this, Andrew? You're throwing me 88, 90 away. This is like a regular at-bat. So I start to get locked in. He makes a mistake here and hangs it. And boy, oh boy, I did not miss that one. That's a hanger. And now I get around the bases because I'm respectful of, a fellow shortstop on the mound, but I crushed that ball. And we're going to wait to get a slow-mo. I don't know if Dan's going to cut this out. He might. I want to see it because the slow-mo is probably really good. And Romine's not happy. That's back-to-back homers. You can't, no matter what. Here comes. So I'm ready for a heater, and then he just hangs one. And like I said, I was like, damn, I didn't miss one. Kind of a funny face to manage right there. So that, my friends, that bomb right there is the beginning. I said, okay, Trev, you could do it. You didn't like to do it before, but now you've hit a homer. You're 1 for 1. You're well on your way. Now, let's go to the next one. Okay, here we are. Now, this is several years later. This is 4 years later. I'm on the Phillies now. Not playing much at this point. And I get brought into this game. This is a fun game. This is against the Dodgers, a big series for us. I think I got brought in around like the 8th inning, something late like that, because this is the bottom of the 16th field. This is like 1 a.m. in the morning. I've already had 2 at-bats, 0 for 2. I remember I had a really good swing against Kenley Jansen, who I used to see very well. So I had a good swing against him. I popped it up. And this particular at-bat's kind of funny because Gabe Kapler was in the running to be my friend, Gabe Kapler. We spent off seasons together. I really like Gabe a lot. He was in the running to be the Dodgers manager. They passed, went with Dave Roberts. I think Gabe held a little bit of a grudge towards the Dodgers for that because he was in the system for a long time, putting in work. So before this at bat, we were talking. I said, Gabe, I'm gonna get this one for you. And at that point, I think it was like Rich Hill was warming up, and I still felt confident I was gonna do it for him. And then all of a sudden, Rich didn't come in the game, and Kike all of a sudden is walking on the hill. And I remember seeing Gabe go like this. Yes. Like he knew it was over. Like you bring a position player in, you're basically conceding the game. So first couple batters get on. T. Plouffe, number 10 on the Phillies, comes up, and see what happens here. Now Kike is a little bit different than my Romine at bat because, as you're going to see here, he's not pumping the 88s. He's taking it serious. It's weird because he's messing around, but it's a 4-4 game. First pitch, 81. I'm like, damn it, I should have swung at that one. I'm telling you, it's a lose-lose up there. It's really tough. What's up, Matt Kemp? So now I'm down 0-1, and that is close. So that did not go. I'm happy about that. Being down 0-2 would be really tough for me. So we got the 1-1 now. I've seen 2. He's kind of just floating him in there. And now I'm like, okay, I can get this. But you really got to stay within yourself. You try to do too much against a guy throwing 80 miles an hour, you're going to do stuff like that. 82, way off the plate. And I swing at it and pull it foul. And now I'm like, hey, it's 1-2. Trev, you're kind of stinking this year. You got a 200 batting average. You aren't playing much. Like, you got to get the job done against a position player. Send this crowd home happy. And the 1-2 pitch comes. Hey, that was close. I almost pulled the trigger on that one again, and he botched that a little bit. This was close to a strike, right? Yeesh, 66 miles an hour. But then I lock it in, baby. I lock it in. Kike tries to go out over the plate, and we just go bangers up top, right, center field. Bellinger's like, please go. Like, leave the yard. I want to go home. We walk it off. I establish myself as the greatest hitter ever against position players pitching. First against Andrew Romine with the banger to left field. Then now against Kike with a banger to right center. It makes me 2 for 2 with 2 home runs. I don't think it'll ever be topped. And here we are celebrating. That was a fun one, man. We had a great time in the clubhouse after that. A lot of people screaming and hollering. We had the owner of the team shirtless. A wild, wild time. But there you go. That's how you do it. I locked in. You'll see both those at-bats. I wasn't necessarily that comfortable, but I overcame it, and I got my GOAT status as the best to ever do it. One more look at it. Went up and got it. Thank you much. Thank you very much, Kike. That's it for today. I hope you guys had fun with this one. That's some of the sillier things that we've done on the baseball field, but it's still fun to go back and look at it. So we'll be back next week with an episode on Tuesday, and I hope you have a great weekend. See you then.